Welcome to another Tactical Technician video from Ignition. This is going to be a quick video of a GM truck stalling, and the title of this video is going to be GM ignition coil and connector failure. This is a distributor type ignition on a 4.3 liter, like a 2001 Chevy truck, and it was an intermittent stall at idle, and hooking the scope up, I started to shake some connectors around the ignition coil, and got it to stall. Then I hooked the scope up on 4 channels and created this capture that you see right in front of you. I'm going to put an illustration, take a snapshot of this. This is our schematic. We can see we're on 4 channels. I'll leave it up for a little while longer. Just take a quick screenshot, and it'll help when we analyze the waveform. As you can see, channel A is an amp clamp going to the ignition coil. Channel B is the negative side of the coil, attenuated on this with this scope. Channel C, green, is the feed to the positive side of the coil coming from the ignition switch. Channel D is the trigger from the PCM to the ignition module to fire the coil. So anyway, we can look at our screen, and on the left side of the screen, you can see where the stall occurred, or the glitch started to occur when I was shaking the connector at the ignition coil. You can see we stayed strong on our feed to the coil. That is green. We're low here. I mean, let's get our charging voltage. That's the stall. This is when the vehicle is stalled or getting ready to stall. We can see on the flat line there, we're still strong. And then the vehicle picks up again, and you can see where the ignition primary is back active. The current ramp is back active. There's definitely a relationship between our ignition coil primary and our current ramp. As we can see, we'll open up on here. This is our dwell period. Here is our burn line here, our spark line here. We're getting it from the primary. You can see that here. Here's our ramp. And the yellow channel, the mustard color channel, is the trigger from the PCM. You see when the vehicle stalled or started to cut out, that never went away. That stayed strong. So we have to say that comes from the crank sensor, which is down by the harmonic balancer on this truck. The crank sensor to the PCM, and the PCM gives it to the ignition control module to initiate spark. But nonetheless, when we have an internal coil failure here, we can see we don't have amperage flowing through the coil. We don't have a spark produced, but we're still strong here. So hence we deem to fix this truck was an ignition coil, and we soldered in a brand new connector, a 2-wire connector, and that's what fixed this. So anyway, you can see the 4 channels: feed in green, ignition primary in red, current ramp in blue, and the trigger from the PCM in yellow. And anyway, they have some issues. If you ever have one of these under suspicion, give the ignition coil harness a shake and see what the truck does. If it quits or sputters, you're in the right direction. Once you hook your scope up, then you'll learn more specifically where the problem lies. Thank you for watching.